Well, hello and welcome to Against the Storm. We actually played this in early access, and I've been putting off kind of playing it because there's been so many good games out recently. But I wanted to revisit it now that the game has actually been fully launched. It's no longer in early access. They are still updating stuff, but the game is largely complete. And I've started a new profile here so that we could kind of check it out.
The world is plagued by the blightstorm, a vile cycle of destruction ravaging everything in its path. The only safe haven is the smoldering city where the mysterious scorched queen reigns. You are one of her viceroys, a pioneer sent into the wilds, tasked with establishing new settlements and acquiring valuable resources for the crown. Your goal is to help rebuild the smoldering city and secure the future of the queen's subjects.
Okay, so that's easy enough. And because we're playing a new game here, because I honestly don't know what's all been added, we're gonna run through the tutorial, and there's been a few things that have definitely happened and been added. So let's just click through this real quick. This part I'm not too interested in. So basically, you want to get a bunch of reputation before the queen's impatience gets maxed. If the queen's impatience gets maxed, you lose. If the reputation hits full, then you win. And you can choose, as you get reputation, you get to choose items that you can then place. And those are very, very useful, obviously. So we want to build a woodcutter's camp to get started with, because the flames here in this hearth need to stay, well, at full. So let's go ahead and place a woodcutter's camp. I think I'm gonna put that down here. Now what's gonna happen is they're all gonna gather materials to build it. And we can fast forward using 1, 2, and 3. I think 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Additionally, up here, we can sometimes get orders, which basically says, oh, hey, you need to get 2 woodcutters camps, have so much wood, and then you get some stuff for doing that. So once we have this, we can actually assign our different villagers. There's different villagers. We've got humans, beavers, and lizards in this one. So beavers are really good at doing wood cutting because they're beavers, and they like engineering. Lizards like to work with animals and create meat, and they also like to work in warm environments. And then humans love to farm and brew things. So what's going to happen is they're going to start working on that. There's not much else that we can build right this second, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a second one of these. And then we're gonna just fast forward here a little bit. The orders are really good because usually these orders also give us reputation, which will help us move forward quite rapidly. So there's that, and now we can turn in this to get more guys. Okay. So one of the things we can do is we can mark trees for harvest if we use this, which allows us to kind of force our guys to cut certain directions. And we want to explore these areas in Fog of War because there's things in here. And most of these are good, but you can see over here we've got a dangerous glade that has a threat in it. So we need to be cautious. Okay, so now we can build shelters. Shelters are kind of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Overall, I want to build a path, please. Are kind of the general, like everybody can live in these, but they're not great. So there you go. All right, we have a new order here, exploring the wilds, to have 5 beavers as woodcutters and explore 2 glades. So that's what we're doing actually right now. Other things that we do have decorations that will help us increase our flame, or I think, yeah, we have to place certain things. I think we have to have 4 decorations to increase our hearth level, which is important because it gets it bigger, and they like that. Okay, so we have a bunch of people that are now housed. We still have 3 beavers and 3 lizards that are homeless, so we want to make sure that we, looks like we need to cut some of these trees away. We're gonna open this glade here shortly. What's gonna be in it? The shelters, by the way, can house 3 people. I like how all the lizards moved in. All right, so we opened up a glade here. Looks like we have flax in here, and also we have more clay, so that's good. Let's go ahead and just keep going here. We can also rotate the map, by the way, so, you know, if you want to look at different directions. I have a tendency in all games to actually keep my map the same orientation. I get confused and I get lost. Oh, by the way, there's vegetables over there. Food is a good thing. All right, we opened up 2 glades, and this one has more flax in it. So let's go ahead and say yes, yay. So we get another reputation, and this time we unlock a small forager camp. So let's go ahead and place that down. That allows us to collect things like vegetables. Now you can see here that the vegetables are currently highlighted. That is good because that, you know, that's what that's for. It's to help to show that. Okay, we have a new one here where we have to build a small forager camp and have 5 vegetables in our inventory. We are just moving right along. Foraging camp can also get roots and grains. We don't have any of those on the map currently, so not too worried, but yeah. Now, the people who do the best with this are the humans. As you can see, they've got this little marker now that says, hey, choose them, that they have a thing for that. They like to do that, so let's go ahead and do that. We're about to open up this glade as well. And I think we can actually build another shelter right about here. We want to make sure that we have everybody sheltered before we get to the storm, which we're getting to eventually, because the storm, well, it's not great. And all your people will be upset. Okay, so orders are ready to complete. We've got the 5 vegetables, so we get another reputation. This time we have unlocked the Stonecutter's Camp. In most normal games, you would probably, I think you start with a good portion of these. So in this case, we're just doing this. This time we need to get a Stonecutter's Camp and then have 5 clay. Additionally, we've unlocked the newcomers. So occasionally people will come by and you can pick who you want. So like we can get 2 lizards, or a lizard and a human. That is not a lizard. Or 3 humans. They come with, this one comes with grain, this one comes with vegetable, leather, and stone. So I'm gonna go ahead and accept that one. Additionally, some of these things can actually be moved. So like we could move this way, so you don't have to constantly like rebuild different woodcutting camps. Like you don't have to delete them, they just get moved. It looks like we could also deactivate them, which is also really, really useful because you used to have to remove your people from it, but just deactivating it just means that they don't do anything anymore. Okay, let's see. I don't think we have anybody that does this in particular, so I'm going to choose a lizard and a human to start working on clay. And let's go ahead and just fast forward while they all do that. I am trying to also build more houses so that my guys are mostly have homes. I would love to have this done. There it is. So down here we have an herbalist camp, so you can actually rebuild it. And if you rebuild it, you get things. And to do that, we need 2 parts and 10 wood. Now, I think in here, yeah, we have 9 parts. So if you click on these, you can see what we can do. So we can actually rebuild this. So let's go ahead and assign some workers to rebuild this. And let's turn in our order. Okay, so now we have the Harvester's Camp, which allows us to do plant fiber and reeds. So let's go ahead and place that. Now, as you can see, it's the flax that we're gonna be cutting down here. And it looks like we're finally in the storm. Now, what's gonna happen is everybody's gonna get upset. And you can see over here that everybody's getting upset. This is their resolve. If their resolve drops to a certain amount, they start getting upset and they start to leave. And obviously that's bad. If they leave, your queen's impatience will increase, and you don't want that. So Let's keep that from happening. Okay, I'm gonna cut this way as well. One of the things I wanted to do is place... Oh, and you can rotate, by the way. I haven't been, but you can rotate your different buildings. I want to go ahead and build more houses for my people. Love this to get done. Let's go ahead and assign another human to this. Oh, I didn't mean to pause. Okay, so now we have a herbalist camp which will gather all of these. I don't think we have the right people for this, so I'm just gonna give a human and a lizard to that, so they'll get all those items. And I think we also have to do this, so let's go ahead and assign a human and another human to do that. So we will get the plant fiber. Okay, also we have a cornerstone. So I think after each storm, we get a cornerstone that comes from the queen. So building materials are the foundations of every settlement. Production is 50% quicker in the crude workstation. Or the Royal Academy wants a detailed map of the region and will supply anyone willing to help. So each time you discover a glade, you get reed and clay. I'm gonna go ahead and select that one. Resources are generally pretty safe to choose. So you'll probably want to do that. Actually, let's go ahead. I'm going to build some more paths. That is not what I wanted to push. I'm going to put some paths in here. I believe your guys do walk faster. Yeah, 5% speed. So, all right. So this is all done. Let's go ahead and select that. This time we've unlocked the crude workstation. So let's go ahead and place that. You can see where you need to place the crude workstation, by the way. You really want it to be close to, this is a warehouse where all your stuff goes, but you also can place it closely to items where they can pull like wood and stuff from directly. I'm gonna move this up here. Okay, let me go ahead and move this one slightly down. I'm still working on trying to get this cleared out a little bit. I think I want a little bit more space down here, but I also want this to be opened up. So, okay, so we can place a worker in here, and what they will do is they will make planks, fabric, or bricks. I just had an accent there for no reason. And this time we want to make some of each of those. Let's go ahead and put everybody in here. We won't have anybody to build, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and just start fast forwarding. I'm interested to see what's in these ones here. I don't know if we'll be cutting into this one this time around for this, but that's okay. No builders available. What are we building? We're not building anything at the moment, so I don't care. It's okay to not have builders if you aren't building anything. If you're, need to place something to build it, obviously that becomes a problem, but for right now, I don't really care. So limits are currently locked, by the way, so just keep that in mind. Looks like up here we've got eggs and roots, so that's cool. I also want to move this up here. It looks like we got some more people coming, so this time we've got a choice between beavers and lizards. Let's do this one, just to have another beaver in case we want them. We've got 2 of each of the planks, bricks, and fabric at this point. Bricks are done. These should be done pretty quick here. I don't remember exactly how the game chooses what to work on, but it's okay. We won't worry too much about it right now. Looks like we need more shelters, so let's go ahead and build another one of those. Woo! We are in the clearance, so that's good for us. Clearances, I think certain things are boosted during the clearance, but it doesn't really matter right now. Okay, another order that we have is to go into the dangerous glade, change scrolls to fabric in the ancient shrine, and deliver 1 ancient tablet. Okay, so what I'll do, I'm gonna grab You come here. We have to break into this dangerous glade. And then let's go ahead and cut into this. And for what we earned, we can either build beaver, lizard, or human houses. We have the most of humans and beavers. I'm gonna go ahead and pick human houses. I think they take less. They take planks and bricks, but I think they take less overall. I think it's the harpies that are the worst. I don't know if that's been changed since this one came out, but the 1.0 came out. But I guess we'll find out. I want to open this. So obviously we haven't unlocked the ancient shrine. I'm assuming this is a set thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually once this tree is cut down, let's move this down there. So we have 6 of the beavers working on getting into the camp. If you don't like make a you know, cut here, they will kind of cut in this green area and clear everything out, and they're really good at it, by the way. It's amazing how quickly they can clear out those if you're not paying attention. Almost there. We are in the storm. It's probably a bad time. So we opened this, so you can see that there's an ancient shrine here. Now this is generally bad. So in a minute, what's gonna happen is there's going to be a curse of the forefathers, which it kills 3 random villagers. So let's go ahead. We're gonna change the scrolls to the fabric. We've got planks, so we're gonna go ahead and assign as many people as we can to start investigating this. It should take less than a minute to do. Let's go ahead and remove a human from this and assign her up here. I'd really rather not lose any of my villagers, so let's hurry and do this. Looks like we're gonna lose 3 of our villagers. Yep, so as you can see, out they go. And what's gonna happen is these are going to... There's 1, 2, and 3 have unfortunately died. And that does upset the queen. I think it upsets everybody else as well, to be honest. And I think we're done. They've put everything else in there, and we have received the ancient tablet. I think that's what he's carrying. So we have completed that, and our settlement is complete because we have a max bar down here. So all of these things have been unlocked, including the farm field, the trading post, and all of this, and we get 10 food stockpiles. We are 14 experience. Let's go ahead and continue because there's more to this past just that. Okay, but we have another location to work on. So villagers with low resolve will start leaving, so we need to be careful with that. And if you have really high resolve, it will give you a boost of the resolve or reputation, which is good. So you have various things that you can fill out to like their needs, fill their needs. So that's good. Okay, so that's basically just going to teach us how to do farms and whatnot. So let's go ahead and check this out. Now, I think during the storm you can't use the farms, but it looks like we are going to be attempting to learn how to plant like or to have like a tavern and stuff. I'm gonna put the farm here. I want to have as much fields as we could possibly have. Let's go ahead and also place a woodcutter's camp. Let's do that over here. So they're gonna start building. Now humans are the best at farming in this, and also if you click on this arrow you can see all of the things. So it's like boosts and like things that are bad. So like they like biscuits, they like religion, they like clothing, don't we all? things like leisure, so being able to drink and stuff like that. These are all important. Okay, we've got 2 humans. Let's go ahead and start doing that. Our our order here is to have 1 small farm and have 6 fields, and we've already completed that, so done. Next, we're going to unlock the shelter. I thought that was default in previous edition, or for the previous time. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't know. Let me go ahead and just build a shelter here and see what else we need. So it wants us to build 2 woodcutters camps and 2 shelters. Okay, so we've got 1 woodcutters camp at this point, so let's go ahead and select some of our beavers to start working on that and cut into here. So the game is essentially the same as it was when I was playing it, however many months ago that was. So I'm pleased actually to see that the core gameplay is not any different. Let's see, 50% to the amount of goods produced on the farm or barrels. Let's choose the farm since that's kind of what we're doing here. Okay, so there's 1 shelter. There's the other woodcutter camp. I don't have any more beavers. I can equip other folks to work on this. Actually, let me go ahead and have a lizard on here. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this direction, but it's not going to be like a thing. Let's go ahead and put another farm here, and then we'll put a farm field here while they work on the shelter. All right, another shelter done. So we get 2 more. We get another beaver here, so that would be good. And we get to unlock the small trappers camp. So trapping, in this case, allows us to get things like, as you can see, meat, which is good for the lizards. So if we open this up, my mouse is not allowing me to point. They like jerky, and jerky is made with meat. I don't know what that flash was. All right, the next order we have is to have a small trappers camp and some meat in that trappers camp. So let's go ahead and just fast forward while they do their thing. Okay, so the people best at doing this are in fact the lizards. Let's go ahead and remove that lizard and put him into the trappers camp because they get more, I think more and faster is how it works. And also let's build a couple more shelters because we do need them for the rest of our people. For the record, in this, the fuel and exploration, if this falls to 0, especially for the wood and the coal, then you won't be able to keep a fire in your hearth, and that is just the absolute worst. It's basically game over if you don't get it quick enough. So just be aware of that. It is absolutely a pain. Okay, so we've unlocked the smokehouse at this point. Usually I think you have like 2 or 3 things to choose from. In this case, we only have the ones because that's what we're working on in this. Now we don't have, let's go ahead and build a crude workstation because we don't have one of those currently. And we are going to need them. Because for this, we need planks and we need fabric. Let me go ahead and move this wood cutter a little further out. There we go. So now you can see like the farms have grown vegetables and fiber. So that'll be good for us. And the smokehouse is done here. And we're gonna go ahead and... Oh, we have some newcomers. Okay, good. So we can grab either 2 lizards or 2 humans. I'm gonna go for the 2 lizards because I want to place them in the smokehouse. They're good at this. And enable meat in the jerky recipe, I think. Oh yeah, so you can see here, I'll just go ahead and let that go. It's currently set to insects, but we can set it to meat instead. Nope. And we can actually turn off insects if we want. So basically, like if you click them, it turns them off or on. But we want to use meat and they will make jerky. Also in here, if you have stuff, you can make incense and pottery, which is used for other things. And I think incense is used for religion, which is important for your humans. I think some of the other critters also like stuff like that, but it's fine for right now. We don't care. Okay, so smokehouse is working and we need 20 jerky and they will eat that. So just keep in mind, they like jerky. Let's build another shelter. Hey, okay, so we uncovered yet another farmland. And also, we can break open this chest or send it to the Citadel. If we break it open, we get food and beneficial agreement, but if we send it to the Citadel, we get amber and reputation. I'm going to do that one. I'm just gonna assign one person at this point. So reputation, like doing little chests like that if you can, is very useful. Additionally, it's also very useful to get those supplies early on. So things like amber and stuff like that is, you can use it to sell, but there's also other things and other reasons why you might want it. We're not even gonna discuss that. Okay, so it looks like we have the 20 jerky. And now this time we have unlocked the brewery. And it looks like we have another order where we need the brewery, barrels, and ale. So let's go ahead and build a brewery. We need more space. Hey, okay. So, oh, here we go. Also, over here, we've got some people. So basically there's a camp over here and there's some survivors. And there's a human and a beaver, and we can either send them to the Citadel and get some amber, or we can welcome them. I'm gonna go ahead and welcome them. And let's go ahead and assign another human, because I need some workers here at this point. That's okay, this is not going to get done right this second. Let's also, let me go ahead and clear out a little bit of space. And once this is done, we will have 3 people rather than just the one. It's currently a storm, as you can see everybody's resolve has dropped a little bit. There isn't a little bit of an upset here due to the looming darkness, which is due to the storm, and also the fact that they are not all sheltered. Well, they're all sheltered now, so that's useful. Okay, so we're back into the normal time. As you can see, we've got that camp all taken care of, so let's go ahead and put the brewery over here. Let's put it here. And as you can see, the lizards are they've got good resolve right now, so we are passively gaining reputation. We've got some more newcomers. I'm gonna go ahead and select this one. I think we don't need quite that many people, and additionally we get a cornerstone. I'm gonna go ahead and get the efficient brewing. That'll make it a little faster. Additionally, we need to go in here and not in here. Do we have a way to build? I assume we do. How to build barrels. Okay, so in here we want to go and we want to select the barrels. That will allow us to start brewing ale. And also we unlocked yet another place where there's more people, and that's good. I think we're okay with folks at the moment. Don't worry, they don't like die or anything if you don't collect them right away. And this also gives us a little bit of a chance to, before we go collect them, to build some buildings and take care of things so we're not like completely falling apart. So humans are really good at brewing, so let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, it's really easy if you just start like collecting people, that they will get extremely upset because they may not have food, they may not have shelter, and it's generally a bad idea to just throw yourself in with more people if you can't support them. You also have to make sure to balance the fact that you need people to do things. So if you don't have them, you can end up in a little trouble as well. Okay, let's go ahead and build this way, or cut this way, I should say. I'm gonna clear out some space down here. So there's some mushrooms and meat down there. We're good. We're all booked up, right? For the most part. Okay. I think also we have another room for another beaver there. That'll make that a little faster so we can cut open some space to work. As you can see, our Queens and Patience is slowly increasing. So each minute we get 0.2, and then if anything bad happens, that increases pretty quickly. Also, there can be things that happen that increases the Queens and Patience, makes it a little bit more rapid. So keep an eye on that. I think difficulty is one of those things that is definitely a problem. Okay, it looks like they're starting to brew, so that's helpful. Looks like we got 15 ale in the brewery right now. I think we're close to 20. Okay, so good there. So let's go ahead and deliver. Our next one is to have a tavern. So we can unlock that using this. Now, be aware, in actual gameplay, it's not guaranteed that you will unlock things, and that is something that's kind of part of the challenge. There's so many buildings, and if you aren't ready, or if you don't choose correctly, you could end up with things that you can't use the same way. So it's good to keep that in mind. It's not anything we're gonna have to deal with here, but it is something that we'll probably have to deal with in other games. Okay, so this time we've unlocked more. Let's go ahead and choose the beaver houses. And actually, no, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Let's go ahead and clip some of this other stuff down. Okay, looks like we have the tavern. Again, humans do really well with booze. You think the dwarves would, but humans are just rocking it over here. I'm gonna move my woodcutter up here so that I can open up these 3. But also, I think I want to probably clear... Oops, that's not what I want. I want to clear out this part here. So we have a little bit more room to move. And speaking of move, I'm going to move this slightly. Ooh, the trapper's camp no longer has any meat near there. So I'm going to move them down here for now. That way they can get a little bit more meat. What was I doing? Oh, I'm going to build a beaver house right here. We are short on planks. Let's go ahead and put somebody working in there. Also, we have this here, which is, it's a worm tongue nest, and it gives you usually insects. Kind of gross, but that's fine. Now, what's happening is that the tavern is working and people are going in to get their leisure fulfilled. So if I open this up, as you can see, they get a bonus for their leisure being, well, fulfilled. So it's very, very nice. Okay, beaver house is done. So this should be filled with 2 beavers, and the rest of them are filled with everybody else. Okay. So next we have the makeshift post. And the next order we have, is to keep a human resolve above 25 for 30 seconds. We're already done with that. And with that, we're done. You can continue to complete orders up until, obviously, the game is like, hey, you're done. And we hit level 2, so we've got Citadel upgrades and then a bunch of other things that we've unlocked, including different cornerstones. And as you can see, we hit level 2, and we've unlocked a bunch of other content. The world is a vast, ever-changing place, and at its heart lies the smoldering city. So here's the smoldering city, and this is where our tutorial towns are, by the way. So we've gathered, so we use the resources we've gathered to buy obsidian archide level 1. So in here you can see, here's the smoldering city, and you can buy all sorts of things, and it increases pretty quick. And the resources that you require, or that you have, are up top here, and these are the resources that are required. So to start off with, we actually have to get the Obsidian Archive level 1, which gives us a permanent -2 to the speed at which the Queen's Impatience grows, and it unlocks deeds, so we can unlock that. The other thing we can actually unlock is the art level 2, but also the Monastery of the Vigilant Flame. This gives us a permanent 2% reduction to fuel consumption, which is really good. You can choose some bonuses, stone and clay, when you embark. And then this one is you gain 10% more. Ooh, let's go with this one to start with because I do have it. And then deeds here are just all sorts of things that you can do. It gives you different rewards, all of which are pretty cool. So there's that. Let's exit out of here. So you can see here, this is where the first town was. Here's where the second town was. Now at the bottom, basically the blightstorm cycle is the storm happens and then you're able to build things and then the storm doesn't happen. But this case, because the blightstorm is coming, because we've completed the tutorial, we have to end the cycle. What ends up happening when you do this, it tells you kind of overall what you've done, as well as like your just different rewards, like how many successful or failed towns you had, that sort of thing. And the queen protects us from this somehow. Now, when the blightstorm happens, basically everything outside of the city is destroyed, so all of your settlements will be gone, and the world has changed. So this is additional since the last time that I showed this off, is that we need to reach the ancient seals and reforge them to push back the blightstorm. All right, so now we can actually choose where we want to go. So for example, like we could choose here on the left side, we have which caravan we would choose. So we can start with 7 humans or 3 beavers and 5 lizards. That will start the town. You can also choose different difficulties. Basically the better, you know, like settler is kind of the starting. Viceroy is the hardest that we can unlock right now. And then also you get to choose what your bonuses are when you start. So there's certain things that you will go with, but you can actually choose additional stuff. So let's do one on our own. So that's all done. So let's zoom out here for a second and take a quick look. So as you can see here, there is a bunch of tutorials that we continue to do. So over here we've got a bronze seal. So it kind of tells us what like the consequences are and the rewards. Let's see, there's one down here. I think they're basically the same currently. But yeah, so cycle duration permanently increased by 8, which I think has to do with this. Also on here is we have different modifiers. So like if you plopped down this with the watchtower, like if you started here, what that would do is that if you discover glades, it won't increase hostility, which I did not really talk about in this. Could be important, but that's fine. And here, you get to choose more order, like you have more choices. I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna do this one down here, like I had chosen originally. Now, if I start with the humans, we get these different base goods. So that could be useful. I'm not sure what the cute little potion, I think there's something in a bottle, I don't know. Along with all of these different items. And then we get to choose also some stuff over here. I'm gonna go with this one. This one does come with 2 additional villagers, but we're gonna just start with the lizards and the dwarves. And then over here, I get to choose 3, because I have 3 points. Each one of these costs different. Like this one costs 1, this one costs 2, this one costs 2. I'm gonna start with some stone. I can't choose the clay at this point, and I'm gonna also go with the wood. That'll help me build some stuff right off the bat. I'm gonna start with settler. You can also name your settlement if you really want. I don't care. I'm not that attached to my settlements, to be honest. Okay, so additional effects here is Gift of the Woodland, so more wood, but also villagers have a 35% chance of not consuming food. Let's see here. Some bad things that happen during the storm is the looming darkness, and then if you hit hostility level, I think it's if you hit hostility level 3, the rain dissolves some resources being transported. Ooh, so you get 50% less yield, but we'll see if we hit hostility, what hostility level we hit. So let's see what we start with first of all. Cookhouse, smokehouse, or brickyard. I think I'm gonna go with the smokehouse. We'll talk about water, maybe not, I don't know. Let's see here. Brickyard, leather worker, or the kiln. I'm gonna go with the kiln in this case. Forger's camp, plantation, or herbalist camp. Ooh. So let's see. We do need to gather some stuff. I think I'm gonna go with the plantation in hopes that we have some farmland somewhere in here. Because one of the hardest things is you don't necessarily start close to any farmland, so you do have to keep that in mind. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna start by building a wood camp. And then let's see here. I don't have any stone on the map. Let's go ahead and plop this down because we're going to want to do some foraging. And then additionally down here, I think, yeah, we have the harvest because we're going to need those as well. So they're all going to start building things. I absolutely need to get started by doing wood cutting. Like, it's basically going to be the thing that I need to do. We're going to need wood. Let's go ahead and just put one person in each of these, here and here. So as you can see here, we don't have any orders or anything yet, so we're just gonna get moving and see what happens. Okay, so first thing, we do have a cornerstone because we did get started. So we have mushroom production or clay. So this is 3 clay per minute. I'm gonna pick this one. If you decline it, you actually get amber, which can be useful, but I like that clay delivery because that is basically going to just be free stuff for us. And it won't make too much of a difference, but starting out, it absolutely will. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's actually cut. Let's just start with that. I want to, our orders are in. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Let's pick this one. Let's see, let's start here. Our objective would be to have a harvester's camp and a stonecutter's camp. And we would get these things as well as some Queen's Grace. If we choose this one to have the beavers resolve above 30, we get these items. I'm gonna pick this one. For this one, let's see here. If we deliver 20 wood and have a need fulfilled for 8 villagers, we will get these items. If we deliver 3 pack of building materials, we get these items. Ooh, these are, the box of tools is really useful. I'm gonna go with this one because I need some of that stuff like now. And this one is to have 35 paths, and we get some stone and some shovels, which means that they move faster, or complete any glade event. Ooh. No, we're gonna do the pathway one first. That'll help us get us some boosts like pretty much right off the bat, which I really enjoy doing. I like having boosts off the bat rather than kind of like waiting for things to happen. What does this little button do? Oh, you can actually unassign all woodworkers. That's really nice. Like the fact that they have a button for that. Additionally, one of the things you can do, because we can move the stonecutter's camp, we can just build one. That'll be really helpful for us, just to get that order done. Down here, it looks like this is all the different stuff that we've got boosts for. So we've got Forest Mystery, which boosts reputation gain from Resolve, and Firekeepers. Oh, it looks like our Firekeeper is actually a lizard. Different races have different bonuses for their firekeeping. So I'm not really gonna address that. I'm just gonna leave it at him so he can do his thing. Let's build another house so we can complete that. Okay, so we have the camps. So let's go ahead and select that. We have a couple things down here. First of all, we've unlocked a new reputation bonus. Let's see, we have the herb garden, the forager camp. Let's do the herb garden. And there's 2 things. So the plantation gives us plant fiber and berries. The herb garden gives us roots and herbs. I'm gonna start with the roots and herbs one, as well as building farm fields. There we go. We're almost getting this one done here. And we just need a little bit more path. So we just have to hold for a second while we have all of that need being fulfilled. And we're done. So we have the shelters, so we get 2 new people. Looks like we've got some humans. That's some great news for us. And we just need to make sure that they eventually get their housing as well. Now, as you can see here, we are lacking on planks and stuff, which is not really surprising because we do not have a crude workstation right now to build some of that. So I'm going to go ahead and plop down a crude workstation. And what's going to happen is they're going to start there, hopefully, and start breaking, and we're going to start creating planks, fabric, and bricks. I'm going to choose some people. Additionally, I need to build another shelter because we are still 1 down. Now, when it comes to hostility, if I put my cursor over this, you can see that the hostility increases due to between years, how many small glades you found, your dangerous and forbidden glades, how many villagers, and how many woodcutters. Because quite frankly, the forest does not like the fact that you're cutting down trees. So be aware of that sort of thing. Ooh. I like this one. We're gonna increase our encampment levels, what we're gonna do. The other thing we're gonna do is, what is this? Wildfire essence. Huh. We're gonna do this one because I really don't want to play with boxes of stuff right now. So to increase our encampment level, we need to place some decorations. These are comfort decorations. So if we go in here, you can see which ones are comfort by the fact that they are green. And something like the park here gives us, I think, a little bit more than the other ones, but they're kind of big. Let's see. I'm gonna put a fence here and here. And then I'm gonna place some barrels and stuff maybe around here. Basically just some decorations. And then I'm gonna build, oh, I can't. I'm building in the way. I don't really want to build in the way. I'm gonna build another pathway right through here so that everybody can get around. There we go. Go forth and build those decorations. So what's happening, as you can see, hooray, we are now at encampment level 1. So here, as you can see, there's a +2 to global resolve, and it's got a resistance to corruption. We're not really gonna talk corruption right now because I don't feel like it, but it is a thing that happens, and it's not great. Ooh, okay. So lizard house, temple, or tavern. So this is good for the lizards. This one can give education and religion. This one can give leisure and luxury. I'm gonna choose the tavern even though we can't really do anything with that at the moment. I'm not gonna really worry about it too much. All right, so now we just need to build like a bunch of stuff because we need the planks, the fabric, and the bricks, and that's kind of what they're working on right now, but we're gonna be using those up to create the provisioner and the carpenter, but we do need, in fact, to get them to do that. I'm gonna turn off pipes. We don't need those right now. I don't think we'll create them anyway because we don't have the stuff for them, but I just want to make sure that they are off that list right now. Okay, also, our wood choppers are not, or I mean, they're chopping, but they're not chopping where I want them to be. Let's move down here first. I want them to chop right through here. We are basically surrounded. Oh boy. So nothing for harvesters to harvest right now. So what I'm gonna do is remove him, and we're gonna add him to finishing up that clay at the moment. How are we doing in here? We got 2 guys working there. All right, we got the building materials that we need. And it looks like we've got, in 12 minutes, harmony will be disturbed, which will lower our global resolve, and we'll get an impatient point. But let's see here. Do we have the stuff? We do have some resin. We can calm the spirits, and we get a harmony item. But if we burn it down, we get reeds and mushrooms. I'm gonna go ahead and calm the spirits. We do have amber for this. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and put into people working on this, and let's go ahead and calm those spirits. So it looks like in here we've got also some items that we can get. Ooh, creative tea. There's tea? Okay, let's do this. Absolutely, let's do this. I want all of that stuff. Give me. Let's go ahead and investigate that. That will get us some supplies, which would be really useful, because we do need some of that to make people a little happier and complete and get some of our reputation. By the way, as you see where these little dots are, that is where you unlock something new. So we want to make sure that we do that. What's in this one? Insects and clay. Yeah, let's do that as well. That won't take too long. Alright, so a forager's camp is basically empty, but we've got supplies. Let's do the roots up here, and there are vegetables down here as well that we can get. Not super needy right now. We do have access to fibers again, so let's move. That's okay, because we're gonna have, once these guys are done, they'll be available again. And it looks like the spirits are almost calmed. We have 10 more minutes-ish before we have chaos and cleanup duty. Very close to being done. Looks like we haven't quite hit hostility level 1 yet, which is pretty good. I think they balanced that a little bit because I feel like that was much... like that moved a lot faster in previous versions. Okay, so that's all done. So they're just basically moving items back to the warehouse. Let's see, to have 10 aesthetic decorations or sell goods. Let's go ahead and pick this one because I think we can actually do that one. To have 16 lizards, we do not have that many. I'm gonna choose the lizard one because the other one, we haven't unlocked the stuff for that and I don't know if we can. So let's choose the one that we have at least a possibility of doing. Now when it comes to the blue ones, I think that's these cute little like bushes and these gardens and stuff. So let me pick a spot where I can kind of, I don't know, I do not know why there are, actually, so it's, I think that's 4, I think this will be 8, and then I just need 2 more. So okay, that will solve that problem and we'll be able to get a little bit more reputation. Are these being emptied? It looks like they are. Beautiful. Let's see, we do need a tavern eventually. All right, we got some newcomers here. I'm gonna go ahead and select this one. Get some clothes. We absolutely need now some shelters. Ooh, one of the things that we need to focus on, and I'm gonna do that in a moment, is we actually need to build another one of these small hearths because we do not have the space down there. So I'm gonna actually put one here. And the hearths will, I think, lower the overall hostility. Oh, we have the number of lizards, so let's go ahead and select that. Now let's grab the new thing. Nah, no skewers on these. Flower scrolls. Let's choose this one so we can make coats. That will make people extremely happy. We can also build a pathway in here. So we actually have to assign somebody to this. I'm gonna go ahead and give them one of the lizards because we have so many of them, so that'll work great. And then we can actually start building shelters up here, which will be really helpful. And people can rest at either one of those places, which again, also very useful. Okay, so let's see what we just unlocked. We unlocked, what the hell is this? A blood flower. So working effects, cooked and raw food in the warehouse is disappearing. So we need to assign a couple people. So -3 to global resolve, and they tend to spread quickly. So let's go ahead and get moving on this. It'll only take a couple minutes to complete. Also over here, it looks like we have a forager's camp. I think that's a big forager's camp, which the big, like we have a small one here. but this one is bigger and we can rebuild it using some parts, which allows us, it basically gives us, I think, more output than the original one does. So let's go ahead, or we can just salvage it and get a bunch of stuff. Let's go ahead and salvage it. I don't think it's really necessary. I have so many people right now, holy crap. Additionally, in here we have a bunch of items that we can break open or we can send back to the Citadel. Let's send it back because we are pretty close to getting our reputation and therefore a whole thing done here. We're just gonna let people go. Okay, for the woodcutters camp, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna have them, let's have them cut through a lot of this so we have more space. Everybody is housed right now, which is really, really good. Is this almost done? That is done. So we have an ancient tablet and some resin from that. That's really good. So that one was great. We did good. We did fabulous. But it does look like they're actually emptying out the woodcutters facility first. Come on, we're almost there. There it is. So now this one we have, let's see, in 13 minutes we're going to be losing a bunch of stuff and impatience, but we can calm the spirits using some of the stuff we had gathered. Let's go ahead and use that. Let's go ahead and equip 2 people, and we will get half of a Queen's Grace, so that will be really useful. Additionally, holy crap, look at those. Those are big. In here we have this. This allows us to build barrels, coats, and tea. We'll go ahead and just equip somebody to start working on that. You know, go for it. And this is out. Do we not have anything else to forage right now? Oh, we have some vegetables down here. Okay. And then for this, I'm gonna go ahead and move this up here because, oh, we can't because this only does, I think, small stuff. I think. So let's get sure we get this done. Because we only need half of one. We do need more beavers. We need 5 more beavers. Do we have that in here? We really don't. That's okay. Let's build some human houses. That'll allow them to open up the shelters for others. So now we can build tea and coats and barrels and stuff. Not that we really need any of that right now. So let's send these guys to the capital because we don't need them right now. Okay, so now we should have everybody sheltered. Now we just need to worry about getting some of that leisure because I think that's going to be the easiest way to do this. Is to use... Do we even have a way to make ale? I think we do. Maybe we don't. Well, we'll see what's going on over there to get leisure. But we're very, very close to getting this. Okay, another cornerstone here. Let's go ahead and select for the bakery. I don't think we really need to worry too much about that, but that's okay. Let's see, what do we need for this? Biscuits would probably be the best thing that we can be making right now. And I think we can plant... Well, we can at least get a plantation going. Not sure how useful that's going to be. Let's see, let's open up another one of these terrible, terrible things and see what we can do. We're actually really close to actually gaining this simply because of the humans. So I think we'll be done here almost in an instant. Okay, so, and we can continue the settlement if we want, but we get no deaths. We've got 5 glade events, first game, everything like that. We got some rewards, and we can go back to the world map. Now, as you can see in the bottom, whenever we load, this is where we're at for the progress. And we want to continue moving forward so we can get to that bronze seal. But that is basically how this game works. It is out finally, and I've been wanting to play it for a while, but I just hadn't actually done that. So let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in another episode.